one of the biggest government lies I've seen recently.
Are we effectively at war with Russia?
No, we are not. No, not at all. Russia is at war inside Ukraine. And despite the rhetoric we heard from Putin last night, trying once again to make this about the West versus Russia, or the United States versus Russia, or NATO versus Russia, nothing can be farther from the truth.
Retired an Admiral, John Kirby, who is now the spokesperson for the National Security Council in the Biden White House. It is inconceivable that he said no. We are providing the guns. We are providing the ammunition. We are threatening Russia. Of course we're at war with Russia. The reason the Ukraine war is still going on is because we have financed it. It is doomed to be a massive defeat for Ukraine. Admiral Kirby, own up. Tell the truth. Is it fair to say that Ukrainian troops are benefiting from American and British intelligence?
Oh, absolutely. I believe most likely the planning for this counteroffensive was a lot of it was done in D.C. and coordinated with the Ukrainians. Our intelligence capability is far beyond theirs. We can see in real time what the Russians are doing, with satellite technology that the Ukrainians just don't have the level of access to. So undoubtedly, Ukraine's getting a lot of support from the U.S. and NATO, and would not, have this level of success probably without that. But then NATO and the U.S. are full in on this war. They're not going to lose this to Russia. So if you're a betting person and you're going to think about who's going to win this, for the U.S. and NATO to lose now would be catastrophic and completely unnecessary. There's no reason they would lose. They've signaled that they're going to keep supplying weaponry to Ukraine until this is finished, and there's no reason to believe that they're going to stop. So, there's just going to be more of this in the future as Russia gets pushed back to the border.
Iranians have probably lost 60, 70,000 killed, over 100,000 casualties easily. They've got nothing left. And the pipeline, which was never very good in terms of delivering equipment and ammunition, has dwindled. It's almost turned off. And you add the corruption into this business, with so much of the equipment disappearing onto black markets and being resold, the war is effectively lost.
We have been getting email after email from service people with the United States military warning that they are being shipped off, or their family and friends are being shipped off to Europe soon. We won't give any more intelligence or information that we are receiving, but it is happening quick. This entire world is going bust. New satellite images reveal that Russia is pursuing a rapid deployment and development of what could be a new type of deadly and mystery hypersonic nuclear missile system with unlimited range. The Burevestnik nuclear-powered missile, dubbed the Flying Chernobyl by experts, has been spotted this month at testing sites in remote areas in northern Russia. This missile system, known as Skyfall to NATO intelligence when it was first publicly announced during an annual address, is one of 5 Russian superweapons. The missile, meaning storm petrel in Russia, in Russian, has been successfully test-fired. It is a nuclear-powered, very long-range missile described by U.S. authorities as a unique weapon with intercontinental range capabilities. It's designed to carry a nuclear warhead. It has a built-in mini-sized nuclear reactor, supposedly providing a range far longer than any previous missile system. The nuclear energy core, they say, could make it travel around the Earth multiple times. It can fly under radar detection at very low altitudes, and it has the capability to completely wipe out missile defense systems in the USA. Russian state media, they are saying that this nuclear war is a given. They say everybody will die if the West pushes Russia into a corner. What should we do to avoid the nuclear war? It certainly seems that it is a given. If they don't stop, it will become a reality. One outlet warns that Western countries are the ones that are the nuclear aggressors, not Russia. The West, the USA, is increasing the threat of nuclear conflict. Another warned that taboos that are associated with nuclear attacks could be lifted under certain circumstances. What we have happening right now is a crescendo. We see these things going on. I have an email chain back and forth with City Prepping, with Canadian Prepper. We have email chains with some other individuals, some military strategists. And guys, this is happening at a speed that we have never seen before.
See
alert to share with you guys. We have some major breaking news coming in this morning that apparently one of the clauses in Putin's partial mobilization order allows Russia to draft up to 1 million people to fight in Ukraine. Okay, so I want to get.
Войска Московского гарнизона Параду Победы готовы. Министр обороны генерал армии Шойгу.
Уважаемые граждане России, дорогие ветераны, наши уважаемые зарубежные гости, товарищи солдаты и матросы, сержанты и старшины, мичманы и прапорщики, товарищи офицеры, генералы и адмиралы. Поздравляю вас с 75-й годовщиной победы в Великой Отечественной войне. Они стремились добить врага. В этом году традиционные торжества в честь победы проходят в России 24 июня. Ровно 75 лет назад, в ознаменование окончания Великой Отечественной войны, здесь, у стен Кремля, состоялся легендарный парад победителей. Уничтожил 75% от общего числа самолетов. Объявляется минута молчания. Мы сделаем все, что от нас зависит, чтобы память о ваших героических свершениях никогда не померкла. Это долг нашей совести и нашей ответственности перед настоящим.
Today on the channel, I want to share with you some industry insider insights, if you will. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? With respect to where the money is flowing, where the government contracts are going in the emergency preparedness space. I don't work for the CIA. I'm not a secret agent. I don't pride myself on having any secret information. This is just industry insider information, having a preparedness store and giving you the lowdown on what exactly is going on. Now, guys, we've been forecasting this mobilization for many, many weeks. And while we were doing that, a lot of people said we were crazy. A lot of people did not agree with our prognostication, but lo and behold, here we go again, and now people are calling us arrogant because we said we told you so. Well, it is what it is. So put as much stock as you want in what I'm about to tell you today, but I'm telling you, if you didn't know already, and you might not because the normalcy bias is thick right now, it is so thick it is palpable in the air. I mean, I woke up this morning expecting the markets to tank. And the market dial didn't move. The needle didn't move. The needle didn't move until the phony baloney Fed came out and said that the man-made artifice of a Federal Reserve is only going to raise interest rates by 75 basis points. That's when the market tanked. So we're in a lot of trouble, man. People do not understand the gravity of the situation. You have the leader of the country with the most nuclear weapons engaging in a full-on war with what is virtually all of Europe, increasing their troop deployments by 150%, going into full-on war economy mode, full mobilization, scrap the partial mobilization euphemistic bullshit. This is a full mobilization of the Russian military, the Russian economy. People are fleeing the country as fast as they can to dodge the draft. The shit is hitting the fan right now. It's hitting the fan right now. and nobody cares. It is terrifying. It's like an episode of The Twilight Zone. It's as if, like in that movie Jurassic World, where people had already gotten tired of the fact that they genetically engineered these dinosaurs, and they needed to create even more attractions, so they kept making these crazier and crazier dinosaurs, and people just lost interest. Here we are, really on the precipice of World War III. Here we are. The United States is about to send heavy equipment, heavy stuff, long-range weapons, tanks, to Ukraine. And that's it. The Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant reportedly today, which is being shelled every day, and when they say shelled, that's such a minimizing word. It's being hit with missiles. The biggest nuclear power plant in Europe is being hit with missiles on a daily basis. Of course, both sides are denying that they're doing it. But I mean, if you have half a brain, you know who's doing it.
Situation and other things happening in the world. But before we do, I want to welcome everyone to our channel. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell. And hopefully YouTube will notify you. Usually YouTube doesn't notify too many people. But we're glad that you're here, and we're going to try to bring you up to date on the current situation. So we haven't done a video in probably a day on the breaking news. So you've probably already heard this from Marfugel and other people that according to the latest information that Russia is going to call up about 1 million soldiers in their call up that was just announced a couple days ago. Now, we also have some additional information that the number has been increased to 1,200,000 soldiers. So that's 1,200,000 soldiers that Russia is supposedly going to call up. Now, these soldiers that they're going to be calling up are from reserves. These are former military trained soldiers in the Russian military that have retired, and they're going to be calling them up, specialists first, and to fill out their units, and then probably a lot of officers, doctors. On the first call up, they want to get the officer corps called up first, and then after that, you always need a manager. You need somebody that knows what's going on before you call up the regular soldiers. So I think that the first 300,000, or a lot of those soldiers, are going to be from the officer corps. They're going to be generals, majors, corporals, sergeants, captains. They're going to be from the officer corps. And once that is in place, then they're probably going to start calling up the regular grunts, the regular soldiers. So according to the latest information, the call-up could involve 1 million or 1,200,000 soldiers. And I'm going to go ahead and read you the first article here. And let me get this on the screen for you guys can see this. This is coming in from War News 24/7, but there's a lot of information about this all over the internet, all over YouTube and others. So let's go ahead and read this article. Bombshell. Russian analysts, 1,200,000 reservists are being prepared for military involvement outside of Ukraine as well. Recruiting offices were opened in Serbia. So folks, when this war finally gets ramped up, I do believe that this is going to be an all-out war for Europe. This is not just concerning Ukraine. This is going to involve Poland, the Baltic states, all the nations that have came against Russia with the sanctions. I think they're going to be targeted. I think Ukraine is just the first nation that's going to fall. Vladimir Putin is calling up enough soldiers to invade the entire European theater. And if you listen to the defense minister interview that I just posted a couple of days ago, you need to listen to the defense minister. He said that Russia has 25 million reserve soldiers that they can call upon. 25, and this does not include new conscripts or new draftees from young men between 18 and 20. This is not even including new people that has never served in the military. Sergei Shoigu, the defense minister of Russia, in that interview, he said they're only drawing 1% of the 25 million reservists that they have in Russia. So Russia has a big reserve pool that they can pull from, up to 25 million soldiers, and then they can start drafting after that. They can draft the new recruits that have never served in the military. So, folks, we are entering, I believe, World War III. World War III has already started back in February. When Russia invaded Ukraine, that was the start of World War III. Has the nuclear bombs been launched yet? No. But, folks, you have to start somewhere. When they invaded, that was the start of the war. And NATO was fully involved. NATO is 100% involved in Ukraine, folks. Don't fool yourself. They are giving Ukraine top-of-the-line classified information, satellite information, intel on how to target Russian troops. So there was some clarification that